Hey everyone, it is Cassie. Welcome back to the Universim. Um, in case you've missed the memo, I've talked about it a little bit in my Dreamlight Valley videos, but I know not everyone watches those. I am sick. That's why if I sound congested, there's your reason. Um, but don't feel too badly for me. I'll be fine. I am already on the mend. So, how are you? Have you been well? I know I haven't played this game in a bit, since an expansion has come out for Dreamlight Valley and a big content update. And since I was finishing Dragon Age, the Universim kind of took the back burner. But I'm here again, and I'm glad to be back. It's just gonna take me a moment to remember where we left off. So I know I've seen some buildings that need upgrades. I think it's engineers, and if I'm remembering right, I started upgrading them a few at a time, just so that, too many of my buildings don't start deprecating or degrading at one time. So I am going to take a quick peek at what resources we need. Looks like we're in good shape. We're a little low on gas and oil, so hopefully we won't need that for upgrading our engineering huts, but we're also further along on engineering huts than I thought we were. So I have like 2 full pages of them and less than 1 page to upgrade. Cool. We also are officially entering the space age. Last time I'm remembering now, I ended a little bit before I wanted to. I wanted to get this particular research item done, Lunar Colony, because that's what's going to give us space age housing. And all of our residential buildings, which have just been built into the modern age kind of skyscraper style, are going to be upgraded again into the space age style once that upgrade is done. I wanted to have that research done before I ended the last video, but I ran out of time. I sometimes get pressed for time without realizing it, and then, it's been 30 minutes that I've been playing the game, and it is time to work or cook dinner. So I'm sorry that I didn't get that research completed. It was the last thing we need to unlock the space age. So we'll get it done today for sure. And at least we got a start on it. We have an infected zone. Someone died on the sidewalk. That poor person. So cleaning up the infected zone with the rejuvenate power and healing this little nugget. This little nugget in a cowboy hat. Oh, that's a fashion choice. Everything else is looking good. We have a fully staffed ministry, which was not always the case, and our minister for power is doing enough, or our kinetic generators are strong enough now to support keeping our civilization in electricity looking comfortable. We have an infected lake. Infected lakes are not cleaned up the same way as like infection zones or infected zones are. Instead, they are healed with the trickle effect power. You can see it's all green and murky, and that'll clear up and it'll be a nice pretty blue again. Lake is 0% polluted. So that's good. I also want to say, oh, okay. I thought we had a mystical box, but we must have opened it just before we ended last time. Now maybe we'll find another. I do recall hearing the sound that plays before you typically see a UFO and then not seeing a UFO. So either I'm misremembering that or maybe we'll see a UFO in the near future. I'm also taking a peek on the ground just for meteors, for places I could pick up a mystical box if one is nearby. I'm not seeing any, and that's fine. We are about 3/4 of the way through the lunar colony research. And then that's like the one thing, or one of the very few things, I should say, that we don't have to do ourselves. Like, I don't have to manually upgrade all of our residences, they'll just automatically upgrade. How else are things looking? We have less than 50% of our total population believes in us, so that's a little low. And we have 170, nope, sorry, 107 unmarried nuggets and nearly 1,000 creator points. 1,000 is the max, so when you get to that, it makes sense to spend them as a little faster, just so that you're not just sitting and stalling and you're utilizing as many of your resources as you can. And what I'm doing now is just creating some marriages. Since we have this high concentration of unmarried nuggets in this little space, it's it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Okay, I think that's some. It's not all of the unmarried nuggets, and that's okay. It's a good start. Our nuggets are really happy right now, which is good. Hasn't always been the case. We have struggled a little bit with nugget happiness here and there. And I don't know if you've heard the news, but the Universim has announced their release date. Or rather, they're getting ready to announce their release date. The trailer for the release date announcement will be out on the 15th of this month. And then we'll get to see what kinds of cool stuff is coming and when we can expect it. I know it might be, it might not make much sense that I'm saying the release date for a game I'm actively playing, but this game has been in early release for a few years now, and the release date trailer will tell us when we can expect version 1.0, which is the full release. All kinds of new stuff, all kinds of new voice files for the narrator, who I miss dearly. We haven't heard from him in a long time. And potentially, I may have to create a new world once 1.0 is live. Historically, saves are made incompatible anytime a big update comes out. So I've had to restart worlds just when they've changed things in the game because my save file is no longer compatible with the existing version of the game. I suspect that's going to be the case when 1.0 comes out, so expect me to have to start anew. And let me know if you want to see that. Like, do you want me to start all over in 1.0 if I don't have to? And if I do have to, do you want me to, actually? Um, or do you want me to just scrap this game? I am open to your suggestions. Tell me all your thoughts. Along those same lines, like, what are you looking forward to seeing when this game comes out of early access? For me, I think I am most excited to see an increase in the player base. Um, this game has an excellent community. I've been a part of the Discord channel for a long time, and I love seeing everyone talk and collaborate there and share their tips and tricks and the good seeds they find. A seed is a word for like a numerical value is granted to a planet that is generated. And then like if I generate a planet and it's a really good one, I can share that numerical value and other people can use the same planet model that I'm using when they create their game. So we unlocked a lunar colony, and I expect to start seeing our buildings upgrade, our residential buildings. I'll be on the lookout for that. And I also want to upgrade a few more of our engineering huts. Once those 3 are done, I'll just hit this little button on the right and we'll upgrade all the rest of them at one time, since they don't seem to be too detrimental to our resources. Also, I want to apologize again. I can hear how bad I sound. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with my scratchy voice. I promise I am on the mend. Oh, and now that we've got Lunar Colony done, let's take a look at what other things we could research. We can't research aerodynamic modeling because we didn't go with wind energy for our earlier choices in the game for powering our civilization. We went with kinetic energy, which is still green but requires manpower. It's a little more reliable than wind energy, but not as reliable or bad for the environment as nuclear. Okay, so we can go with transportation pods, which unlocks the space depot. No, we can't because we need aerospace first. Where's aerospace? Oh, right here. Silly girl. And then we'll go with transportation pods. And then we'll go with this one. INM-SP pound 2, which gives Nuggetoids increased speed. Oh no, I need this one first. Go with planetary engineering. Then B pound 1, and then SP pound 2. Those are hard to talk about. Okay. We are out of gas, and I am wondering if I need more gas mines. This is pretty small. We have one. I think I'm going to put down another. Gas mine. In resource management, what we're looking for are the brightest blue patches we can find with the highest number when we mouse over it. This is really good. That's a good high number, 1492. Oh, over here, a higher number, but we have to set it off the road. And we may not be able to because we're on a hill. I do want to go take a look at that vote. Yeah, we'll start here. To see what kind of rules we can enact. When you vote, the candidates you choose don't actually matter in a physical sense. Like this person has no impact on the actual vote. What you want to look at is the law that they are proposing. This nugget is proposing vaccination. Nuggets will get shots to become less prone to disease, minus 15% chance of sickness. Right to arms allows nuggets to own personal weapons, injury rate plus 20%, happiness plus 1, wild animal attack chance minus 50%. Sorry, my door closed itself. I've got the window open just a bit. And religious focus. Nuggets focus more on religion than on research. Creator point production plus 15%, research rate minus 30%. I'm going to stay with vaccination. I'm good right now on creator point production. But if I wanted to change it, I would just click this little button here, influence Nugget's decision to vote for this candidate. I'm debating now. I want to spend a bunch of creator points so that we can increase the number of Nuggets that believe in us. So in hindsight, I'm going to stick with religious focus over vaccination. And then I'm going to just spend my creator points on things like creating relationships and jolt of joy. Because when you show your influence using creator points, more Nuggets believe in you. And right now our believer count is a little bit low. I just had to mute because I had the worst tickle in my throat. We had 3 deaths really quickly. Really quickly back to back. It looks like it was due to a lightning strike. And that's okay. Could be a number of things. Okay. How are we looking on resources? Looks like we're ready to upgrade our last 3 engineering huts. 4, sorry. And that'll require 80 glass, 48 steel, and 16 plastic. That's okay. My throat tickles so badly. We have a locust swarm approaching. Locusts you can strike with lightning if you can find them, and it's much easier to strike them with lightning than one might think it could be, as they travel in a little cluster, and like the UFO, if you hit the cluster with the lightning, the whole thing goes down, the whole swarm. We may need another police station. I am seeing some crimes. We put up another gas mine, so we'll start seeing more gas production. I think we're pretty well situated at the moment, and I can hear buildings upgrading. I just don't know if those are engineering huts or residential buildings. If I zoom out... Okay, that one was an engineering hut. I found it. It's right there. I'm hoping to be able to show you some of the building facades for the space age residences. Oh, there's one. No, that's the temple. Good job, Cassie. Should know that. Oh, cute. Saw some nuggets sitting in their little residence. Okay. Oh, I was going to spend some creator powers because that helps them to believe in us. Oh no! Twice I've done that now. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, that's what I get for not reading. What I wanted was this one. Wowee. Alright, I have to rebuild all these buildings that this tornado is taking down. I can't believe I've done that twice now. The first time I did it, I'll be honest, I clicked on the right thing. The game processed the wrong thing. This time, though, I clicked on that. Oops. So that's my bad. I just need to go through and find all of the things that the tornado destroyed and rebuild them. I think I've got it. I don't think we really lost that much. It sounded like we lost so much stuff, but I'm not seeing anything that we haven't yet set to be repaired. And... oh. But that does bring me back to what I was going to say before. If my save is compatible, like if I could carry on this world when all is said and done, and 1.0 is out, if I could keep going, do you want me to keep going, or do you want me to destroy this world and start again? Because we've seen my creator powers can do some damage. Let's see if I can find... aha, locusts. That's earthquake. There's electrify. got our locust swarm. That's what that screeching noise was. So that's all situated. And we didn't inadvertently set anything on fire or kill anyone with that power. I killed one person with the tornado. And that is my bad. My nuggets are not very happy right now, and I get that. I goofed it. Their happiness will improve as these buildings are rebuilt. Oh, more crimes. Oh wow, they're really sad. Okay. I was just checking to make sure that the staff for this building is automatically assigned. The minister, your governor, can be set to automatically assign workers to open jobs. And I wanted to make sure that that was situated. Thankfully, that did happen. So, all good. Oh, that's a residential building. This is what some of the space age residences look like. They're much shorter than the modern residences by comparison. That's a modern residence. This guy down here is our space age residence. I can also, provided I choose the right power, put more trees down and help our environment along a little bit. That needs forestation. If you've been watching this series, you know I've been working on boosting our environment back up, keeping our atmosphere in good shape, and part of that is making sure that you have as many trees as you can have. The game looks for 20,000 trees, and right now we have 18,000. For a time, we dipped as low as like 16,000. So I've just been looking for opportunities to shoehorn trees in. Fit more here. And here. And we're still at 18,000. Okay, we have spent as many creator points as I am comfortable spending right now. We're back up to 19,000. Our atmosphere is still breathable, still looking good. pollution is a little higher than I'd like to have it. We'll see what we can do about that. Believer count has come up just a bit, just a tiny, tiny bit. And I am just noticing that it is time to start winding down. I want to give it just like maybe 5 more minutes before we say goodbye for the day so that we can make sure that we're in a good place and that I'm not going to accidentally destroy a bunch of stuff. What is this fox doing? I don't really know what this little symbol means. It's just like casually rolling around my lumber camp in the middle of my civilization. Oh. We have 4 barracks, but most of them are not well staffed. We can build some locations for trainer or for tanks, boomers, and helicopters, and we might start on that next time. We don't have a need for a big military, and I'm worried that it'd be kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like if I staff more military, then I will suddenly see the neighboring civilizations attacking me more often because they feel I'm a threat. I also want to make sure that our lakes are full enough. We have one lake from which a lot of our civilization's water is drawn. Where is it? This one. And it's getting a bit low. So I want to make sure to put some rain clouds over it and fill it back up a bit. We got 2 notifications that lakes are becoming polluted, but there's a 90% chance it's the same lake that just gave me 2 alerts. Yep. So we'll put a rain cloud over this one too, because it's half empty. Well, it's 90% empty and polluted. Here we go. Alright, and I think we're in pretty good shape. That's our expedition camp, which we are not currently using. That's a university. I'll have to get used to the skins again for all of the space age things, because I have forgotten what they all look like. We have another polluted lake. Is it the same lake? Oh, it's the first lake.
I would call it a winter wonderland, but we both know it's quite far from it.
Where has he been, and why does he only chime in when I'm about to end for the day? I will say, I think we're getting like a few thousand new snippets from him in 1.0. We got a fire. Suddenly everything just needs water. We have polluted lakes left and right, fires, low lakes. Doing great. But yeah, I think here is where we will end it for the day. Thank you for hanging out with me. As always, I apologize for my voice and for the errant tornado. Lesson learned about making sure that you select the right god power. I don't use tornado, so I don't really know what it looks like, and I don't use jolt of joy either, if I'm being honest. So I didn't know that what that one looked like either. I just made a mistake. Um, the last time it was not my fault. I clicked the right thing, I assure you. Um, Next time we will continue to upgrade our way through the space age, and we'll start building some of the things that we've developed this time that we've learned. Like we learned the terraformer. We have learned a cloning facility a while back that we still haven't built. And we'll start making our way toward venturing into space. Thank you. I cannot tell you enough how much I appreciate you. You are just so excellent. I have so enjoyed getting to know all of you and talk with you all the time, and getting to grow into this a little bit. And when I'm feeling better, I am sounding better. I'll post more often than I already am. But thank you as always. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.